Hi, I'm Rachel Maxwell, the Executive Director of Evidence for Democracy, and today is the 10-year anniversary of the Death of Evidence. The Death of Evidence was the nationwide rally in 2012 that united thousands of scientists and their supporters to stand up for science and evidence-informed decisions in Canada. After years of budget cuts to critical research infrastructure, the muzzling of federal scientists, and an overall pattern of excluding science from public policy, evidence-informed decisions were on track to becoming an endangered species. Here at Evidence for Democracy, we continue to fight for the role of science and evidence in our democracy so that Canada doesn't repeat the actions that led to the near death of evidence. 10 years later, we're asking E4D staff why it matters to them to stand up for science in Canada's democracy.
I stand up for science in Canada's democracy because democratic decisions should be based on what makes sense. We can only know what makes sense or what works, when, and for who, through science and research.
There's so much potential for Canadian science to impact our society. But to do that, it needs a voice. And the more of us who stand up, the louder that voice will be.
I believe a key tenet of democracy is the burden of public justification that is placed on the government when enacting a public policy. For me, an essential standard is that the public policy is informed by the most up-to-date science.
I stand up for science in Canada's democracy because evidence-informed decision-making in government is a fundamental part of a well-functioning democracy.
I stand up for science to help make a difference. During the pandemic, Canadians have seen just how important science and scientific evidence can play in helping make decisions to address the challenges of today. We're already facing so many challenges on our doorstep today, from climate change to future pandemics. And I think that science will help make those important decisions in the future.
Future-proofing our country and economy and democracy requires a bolder approach to using science to absorb the shocks of the coming decades. We invite you to join us this July in remembering the death of evidence and help us keep moving our work forward to the benefit of all people living in Canada. Thank you.